Your boy looking like a porn star with this little stash I got, I'm telling you. I look like a dirt diggler motherfucker. So show's over and it wasn't that good of a show. Not necessarily like a bad show like to Sneakercon. The staff is amazing, but I guess it was just like not a lot of attendance. And I think it's because maybe it's the weekend show and a lot of people think to wait to the second day to go. Oh, well, I won't go Saturday, I'll go Sunday. And then it's like something happens on Sunday and then you can't go. So imagine in this scenario, people waited and then LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers forced to go to a game 7 that is gonna occur tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Sneakercon opens at 12. That's gonna be a fuck. I'm not expecting the crowd to be there tomorrow, so this will probably be like, I guess, one of my worst Sneakercons in Cleveland. Cleveland's always been a really good show for me. I don't know, I didn't see a lot of parents either. I'm used to seeing a lot of parents. There wasn't a lot of hot moms today. Definitely not. There was a few. Nah, there was a couple. I don't know. We're gonna have to see what happens tomorrow. So at least we could get one thing right, and that's where we're eating. Not too good of a day. So we're going to drown our sorrows in a location called Melt. Woo! Your boy stuffed like a sack of potatoes. Everybody meet Austin, trusted reseller of all things boosts and everything in between. And might I add, fellow roadie. Hey, can you believe that Austin drove all the way to Cleveland and the whole way back? Solo dolo. Dude's a fucking beast, I swear. Be sure to check his social media, and if you need anything, I definitely could vouch for the homie. The link will be in the description below.
48 hours later.
YouTube, what is good, man? I finally got you guys back. We're at the post office right now. I just picked you guys up. So fortunately, you guys had to take the remaining portion of the ride back from Sneakercon Cleveland with the homie Austin. Big shout outs to him. Big shout outs to the homie Dro. I'm gonna go ahead and link their information in the description below. Go ahead and check them out. Two very, very reliable dudes. But yeah, unfortunately, I forgot my camera inside of Austin's car when Austin dropped me off. So big shout outs to him. He was finally able to get it out, and I got you guys back. So it's time to start vlogging, start talking, and start getting back into what we do. First and foremost, I want to go ahead and address it really quickly because there's a lack of footage, obviously, for Cleveland. I went as a vendor and I really didn't have time to kind of go around and record. And I don't know, I'm kind of starting to think that maybe I won't be attending Sneakercon anymore as a vendor. Like, there's just not a lot of people buying anything anymore, or at least some of the stuff that I have. I do much better online and I do much better locally. So for me to go to a show, like, it's cool and all, but you know, the last few shows I've taken losses, so that's definitely something that I don't want to keep doing. I'll tell you this, your boy looking alright. Your boy looking alright. So I don't want to keep taking losses and stuff like that for the show and stuff like that, but I do want to still enjoy the show and still get out and check out like local areas that are in these shows. I think that because I'm a vendor, it forces me to kind of, you know, do the whole setup, do the whole breakdown, and because of that, I got to go sleep earlier the next day or the previous day or whatever. I just don't like that task. I really would like to start traveling to the cities and just being able to enjoy the time and being able to enjoy people, man, and whoever's out there that want to chill and hang out and, you know, and kick it and shit like that. I kind of want to do that more than I want to be a vendor, because again, I do the majority of my sales well through my website and, you know, online, and, you know, just through here, people knowing me. Obviously, you guys see shoes and you guys know that I'm a trustworthy dude, or at least I hope you think that I'm a trustworthy dude. But yeah, with that being said, Sneakercon Cleveland was not the best show. It definitely wasn't the best show, and it definitely didn't compare to the last 2 years of Sneakercon. The last 2 years of Sneakercon were just off the hook, but unfortunately in this one it really wasn't, man. And I think it attributed to that being a 2-day show. You have to remember, people, when it's a 2-day show, a lot of you people be like, oh well, when should I go? Well, I'm not gonna go Saturday, but I'll definitely go Sunday. And then something happens Sunday and then you can't go and you've totally missed the event. Big shout out to the people at Sneakercon. I love the platform, I love the staff, I love the people there. They always treat me right. They always take care of me. But as a vendor, like, I think it just doesn't make sense for me, like me personally. There's a lot of guys out there that do really, really well. So Sneakercon is definitely the place to go to move shoes. I just don't think that maybe it's working out for me. So I'm gonna kind of fall back from that. You might see me at Chicago and you might see me at Dallas as a vendor, but I think those might be two of my last shows. And more than likely Chicago might not even, I'm not sure. I gotta look, I gotta figure it out. But I definitely wanna be on the other side of the table. I wanna kind of like walk around and meet a lot of people. It's kind of weird. So I get a lot of people that hit me about going to Sneakercon, and then they'd be like, yo dude, like you look kind of angry, or you look non-approachable or something like that, and that's why I didn't say what up. And I wanted to address that, like, yo, like I know I got that resting bitch face that chicks be having. I got it. So if you see me with it, bro, believe me, I'm happy. Just, you know, but for the most part, I want to kind of enjoy and enjoy the locations and the different stuff when I go over there, versus just being a vendor and having to stick to like a schedule of going to sleep and waking up and all that nonsense. But yeah, so Sneakercon Cleveland wasn't too well. I actually took a loss, man. I took about a $700 loss. Don't ask me how. Well, you can't ask me how. I'm not gonna tell you how, but between the expenses, just to say the expenses of the trip, I took about a $700 loss. So that definitely wasn't good to like take in, like kind of hurt, but for the most part, you know, it is what it is. It's how business is done. So I don't want to keep y'all too long. I know I've been talking. I just kind of wanted to address that. So let's go ahead and continue with our day. All right. I love y'all guys. Let's do this. Yeah. At this point in my life, I have probably the least amount of bills that I've ever had, but the most amount of mail. Don't ask me why. All right, YouTube. So just checking in with y'all, man, making sure y'all good. I'm good. Today's a beautiful day. I actually have some shoes I gotta show you guys that is definitely worth watching. Kind of happy with this deal that I did. I did it last night, and unfortunately it was in the middle of the night, so I didn't really have the opportunity to like vlog it or nothing like that because it was just dark and I wouldn't have gotten the footage that I actually wanted. But big shout outs to the homie Big Deals. He's the one that actually came through and made it happen, so shout outs to him. I'm definitely gonna be having him back on eventually, because we kind of chill in the same areas and I see him a little more often than I was seeing him before, so definitely keep a lookout for that. If you were a fan of the homie Big Deals, he will be back on this channel pretty soon. I got my mail. I'm gonna go ahead and check it. It's probably none of it's mine. And let's go check out these shoes. All right, YouTube, so jumping directly into it, I wanna go ahead and show you guys. I picked up two Nike SB Gold Box Series Dunks. I picked up a pair of Kobe's and also a pair of LeBron 8s. So without further ado, I wanna go ahead and jump into it. One of the Nike SBs is a size 12, and that is the Nike SB Dr. Feelgood. So this is a inspiration from Motley Crue. I'm not gonna front like I'm into that type of music because I've never heard anything from that group, but this is an inspiration after one of their album covers, which was called Dr. Feelgood, and the representation of all the green is of the actual snake that's on the album cover, while the red represents a part of the album cover as well, as far as like the name and some of the graphics. So green for the snake. I just thought that it was always a great combination of greens, how they had that dark green right there, but then they kept it like really light on the upper. And then I've always liked the fact that, which now I can see the actual texturing of the toe box and this back panel up here, it definitely now reminds me of like the skin of a snake. So now it definitely makes sense, a lot more sense, how they were able to come up with the concept of this shoe. But I've always thought it was a really, really clean shoe. I've always thought it was a really, really bright shoe. And as you guys know, I love shoes with color. So this has always been one that's been on my list of trying to get. unfortunately this time that it's come across. It is a size 12, so I cannot keep these, unfortunately, but a really clean sneaker nonetheless. I want to go ahead and show you guys. So there's also a secondary pair of laces that I believe come with this, which is red, and unfortunately they weren't inside the box when I got these, but I will provide an extra set of laces, red laces. The dope part is that the lace bag is still attached and undamaged. So with these shoes being DS, I'm glad that they weren't worn and someone like tried to like put this in the shoe and then try to rock it or not like that. The bag is actually pretty pristine. So you get some red laces in there. I'm not telling you to be beating nobody in the head or anything like that, but it would be a dope, I always thought it was a dope look when the lace bag is still attached, especially when you're claiming the shoe to be DS. This shoe was a DS when I received it, so that just goes to show, much appreciated. The only one bad thing is that stain right there. So no one is aware of the stain. Me being maybe the third or fourth person to be touching this shoe at this point, even though it is still DS, no one knows where that stain came from. So you could see the stain there. Hopefully the camera's catching it. If you're a person that knows how to clean sneakers and take stains out, then bang, you can get yourself a good deal on a pair of Dr. Feelgoods and go ahead and remove that stain. There's other people that are like me that had this been 11 and a half, I wouldn't have gave a damn if there was a stain there anyway. I would have kept them, but unfortunately they're size 12, and size 12 is not my size in dunk highs. So if you have any other questions, again, they're DS. I'll try to make sure that the pictures depict on the website. If you have any questions or anything like that about them, and you want to make some sort of deal or anything like that, hit me up. Definitely interested. So this is the first shoe in this 4-pack of shoes that I picked up last night. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the next Nike SB Gold Box series. All right, and this time around we have a Nike SB Low, this being the Nike SB Skate or Dies. This inspiration came from a video game that was on the Nintendo platform back in the day. It ended up inspiring other video games of its kind further down the line, but as far as like a skating game, I believe that one was the first one to depict like skating in the video game type format. Skate or Dies, really clean shoe. A lot of people mess with this. This is size 13 though. Anyone interested, these are a size 13. They're available for sale. Now, there is also an issue with these, that also being that yes, there is a small stain right there. Again, the issue with the stains, I'm not sure if the owner of the Feelgoods was the same owner as these, but yeah, they did come with that stain, and then on the left shoe there's a stain right there. So again, if you know how to take out stains, then you're good to go. Or if they even bother you, because again, had these been my size, I wouldn't have gave a damn, bro. I would have rocked them anyway. These shits is too clean. Extra laces are present, but lace bag is not attached. The vault laces and then the blue laces are in them. So Nike SB Dunk Low Skate or Dies, really clean shoe. Again, if anyone's interested, they are available for sale or trade. You can go ahead and check out the website, which is in the description below. Yeah, again, if you're interested, hit me up, let me know, and we could go ahead and make something happen. So, all right, up next we have a LeBron 8. It's been a while since I've seen this box. It's been a while since I've had a LeBron 8 in general. I can't front, man. I've gone through situations where I've kept sneakers, I've sold sneakers. You definitely look back and you regret selling some stuff. So I want to go ahead and take the opportunity to regret selling my my South Beach. I regret selling my preheats. I regret selling my entourages. These are all shoes that I would eventually hope to get back, but again, I'm not in a super rush. I don't want to pay like, you know, super outrageous prices, but eventually I'll come across them and I'll definitely pull that trigger. So South Beach is definitely on the list. Entourage 100,000% on the list, but they gotta be like clean, because I feel like the entourage, like people be beating them up and they don't actually look too well when they're beaten up like that. That's just my opinion. But LeBron 8, I picked up the Solars. All right, so taking a look at the Solars, hopefully the camera's picking it up. A really clean sneaker, although I will say that the Sprite colorway was my favorite colorway of the LeBron 8 V2. So there's a little bit of talk about this sneaker, and I've always wondered what was the significance of this sneaker, because this sneaker sold out really quickly and has always retained a decent value on the resale market. From what I read, because I did a little research on this one yesterday, they were talking about that this was supposed to represent the first championship for LeBron, and then I guess they ended up losing to who? The Mavericks, I believe. But this was supposed to be the shoe that was supposed to be released for that championship, and it didn't. It ended up being a summertime release. So I'm not sure how much fact there is to that story. If anyone could collaborate, you guys get the picture. The story below, please let me know if you've heard that story as well. But now the reason I showed you this one before the Kobe's is this was a shoe that, as of last night, going into the deal, me making the entire deal, this was the shoe that I wanted to keep. But unfortunately it didn't work out that way. I don't know why, but when I tried them on, they just didn't vibe well with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it was, bro. You know, I have other Solar Red sneakers, and you know, the Solar Red colorway definitely was something that was intriguing to me, and I liked, and I knew that I could rock because I've done it with other shoes. But in this case, I wasn't just too sure how they would look on feet, and for some odd reason, they just don't look right on my feet, which is crazy because I think the sprites look crazy on my feet. But this particular colorway, I decided that I wasn't going to keep. So now this one is available and up for grabs if anyone's interested. This is a size 11.5. I am looking for an 11.5 in the sprites though. So if anyone has a size 11.5 sprites, LeBron 8 V2, not beat. Like, you gotta be taking care of your shoes, bro. Like, in all honesty, in this day and age, like, you know, it don't take a lot to take care of your shoes. So please, guys, take care of your shoes. But these are available for sale. So these are not DS. If I had to take a wild guess, the person maybe rocked them once or twice and they rocked them lightly. There's like no crazy heel drag. You definitely see a little stress on the midsole, which just naturally comes from someone wearing it. And that's how you can know, especially with a shoe like this, if someone rocked it for more than that period of just trying it on. You'll see a little stress in the midsole. So there's a little stress there. So definitely it was rocked maybe once or twice, but still in super clean condition. This is the cleanest pair I've seen to date. So this definitely was something that I knew I had to grab, and unfortunately I ended up not keeping. So now that works to you guys' benefit. All right, so last shoe. This is the one that I've decided that more than likely I will be keeping out of the three. Don't get me wrong, the right offer comes across, money's right, trade options are right, then I probably will let these go. These are used, not beat. They're used a few times. The problem with these is that for some odd reason, wherever they were placed, a certain part of the shoe began to yellow. All right, here we have the Nike Zoom Kobe 6 K-Yow Think Pink. All right, so the inspiration coming from the young woman K-Yow herself, who was the head coach of the North Carolina State basketball team. She passed away in 2009 after struggling with her battle with cancer, and from there Nike came up with the charity to go ahead and pay homage to her. So this is one of the shoes that the actual proceeds of this shoe went to that foundation and that cause. So shout outs to Nike for putting that together. This being one of the cleanest Think Pink colorways in my opinion. So when I seen it as part of this deal, as you can see, this deal to me was blockbuster. But when I seen these, I knew that I had to at least get them in hand with the possibilities of keeping them. They are a size 12, which fits me perfect. Now, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. They've been used, obviously, but you could see that it's not bad at all. You can see that there's no major flaws in it. The shoe's just super clean. Now, regardless if I was to get rid of these or not, your boy rocking these at least one time. So you gonna see this on my Instagram because they just so fly. The only downside, which as you can see, there's been a slight downside to some of the pairs in this deal, and that's probably what was able to make this deal worthwhile, because there were a little issues here and there. But the only issue is that here on the midsole, this portion right here has began to yellow all the way up until like right here. So this is yellowed on the shoe. So and on the other side it's not, which tells me that this possibly could have been sitting in sun. This possibly could have been the pair that was sitting on display. I'm not too sure, but stuff like that doesn't really deter me from rocking like a really clean shoe. So I'm definitely gonna rock these at least once. I might save these for like a SneakerCon or something, or an event, or who knows, man. Depending on how I'm feeling, I may bust these out tomorrow just to go to clearance. But yeah, these are the Nike Zoom Kobe 6. The 4th shoe in the sneaker trade that I did last night. Big shout outs to the homie Big Deals for helping put that together. I appreciate you, my brother. Salute. Besides that, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you out with that, man. Let me know how you feel about the pickups that I had today. Could we get one good shot, my children? All right, and there we go. So you have seen it here. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. We got Skater Dyes, we got Dr. Feelgoods, we got Think Pinks, and we got Solars. So definitely a good trade. I'm really appreciative of it. Thank you, Big Deals. Salute to you, big brother. And with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, man. Before I do though, make sure to subscribe, make sure to share the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing and if you want to see more content. Before I get out of here, man, I love each and every one of y'all, man. Hopefully everyone out there is doing good. Be appreciative, and congratulations. If you're watching this video, you're alive. Everybody stay up, stay fresh. I'll catch you on the next one.